Hi everyone, I am jonnyman and welcome back to Minecraft Modpack All the Mods 8, where there's been torch there, where there's been a lot of organization going on. Not fully done, but you know what, we're getting there. And yeah, we're just going to dive right in. We're going to do a little more this and that, but I think we're going to go to the Nether. We need quartz to be able to put a controller down to run all these things, and I think it's just time to progress there. So yeah, let's just dive right in. All right, so as you can see, I have expanded out our storage that we started, the drawer storage. Tried to empty out most of the chests. Well, sort of. It's been a slow process. There's still lots of things, but I don't think that I'm going to be moving everything over into the drawers and such, just because it doesn't make sense. There's just a lot of stuff that I don't need to have readily available on a regular basis, like things like the Weldon spike or the Weldon, that kind of stuff. So it's like, you know what? We're not going to do everything. We just wanted to organize some of the basic stuff. Yeah, so I've just kind of left some stuff in there. I haven't finished organizing everything. Started putting all of my gems and such, because the gems, as you'll see, any of these things that have empty sockets, that has an empty socket, the chest plate has, and I think that's it. We can apply gems that will give a bonus to that armor. So you can see this particular one, it fits in boots, bows, crossbows, leggings, pickaxes, and shovels. So it does tell you kind of a limiting factor of what it can go into, and then it gives you underneath that what the gem will add. So we'll do a little bit of that later. All right, so let's... First things first, let's make a flint and steel so we have something to light. Oh, wait a minute. I've already got one. Where did I get that from? Oh my gosh. I honestly don't remember making that. Oh well, fair enough. So yeah, we're just going to make our nether portal here. Yeah, we'll just kind of go like so. Just kind of the minimum we need now. I may just, I may want to fill that in behind, but then we can just, there, just kind of make it a little bit pretty. I know we're a little bit wider here. It's not fully symmetrical, but you know what? That's fine. Gives a little bit of character. And you know what? Obsidian, where's here? We'll put a block there for you. You guys are in the way. Let's just empty out our pockets. Now, the big reason we want to go to the Nether is we need quartz, because remember I was saying we want to make a controller here so that we can double click on the controller, and anything in our inventory that has a spot in these drawers will automatically go there. So if we take a look at the basic storage, there we go. We need a drawer controller. In the storage controller, we need blocks of quartz, the drawers and all that we can handle, and then the redstone comparator, we also need quartz for that. But leading up to that, actually, is a linking tool. Ooh, we're going to have to spend a diamond on a linking tool. That's pricey. Okay, well, that's kind of what we need, and that linking tool opens up configuration tool, which there might be a double line opening with that, and then yeah, so we can go from there. All right, we got ourselves a few pickaxes, just a new axe for fighting. We're not the best armored that we can be, but you know what, hopefully this will be nice and easy. We'll find a bunch of quartz and we'll be good to go. So let's make sure we got food. We ended up finding another backpack, so we have a couple backpacks for storage, so I think that's good. Yeah, I think we're good to go. Here we go. All right. Yeah. So we've got ourselves a pretty bad nether spawn. Oh my gosh. So, you know what? We're just going to do a little safety. We got something over there throwing stuff at us. Just want to make sure we don't fall to our death here. Alright, this is a really bad spot. I've been looking around. I've only found one piece of quartz. Being in this basalt deltas is not fun at all. If we take a look off to the east here, or west here, there's a potential. So something tells me in the overworld I'm going to have to move my portal, because this is just not conducive for finding quartz. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to head back. I'm going to destroy my portal, and I'm going to walk away in hopes of finding a better spot in the overworld to put down the portal, and we'll try again. So yeah, I'm going to go do that, and we'll be right back. But we have a couple portals, or waystones, and we're going to do this because this will allow me somewhat fast travel back home. We might eventually make a better spot for that. So then as I go off as far east as I can in the hopes of setting up the nether portal, I can put another waystone down so that I can fast travel between there and home. So yeah, this is going to take a little bit, but I'm just going to go way off east or west here so I can hopefully make it past those basalt deltas into viable nether area so we can find some quartz. So I'm going to be running around for a little bit, so when I get to where we need to be, we will come back and try again. All right, we are finally here. If we look at the map, we can see I have traveled quite a ways from home, which I'm hoping should be enough in nether space, because I think it's an 8-to-1. So yeah, we'll put down the portal and we'll see. I didn't take too good a look at this village, so we've always got that. We seem to have got a crater, which I think inside the meteorites is usually some stuff, so we have that to explore. And this is a decent way out to put a waystone, so I think it should work. And I kind of like this area too. It's like we've got a massive cave system and what looks like abandoned mine shaft. So we might be able to get some good resources. Like I'm thinking maybe some gold and iron, maybe the occasional diamond. Who knows? Who knows? So, and I've already pillaged that tower. There wasn't a whole lot meaningful stuff there this time, but that's fine. So here we go. Let's hope that we are in a better spot in the nether. Okay, we got these guys again. Looks like we got most of the way. Well, not as far as I actually would have hoped, to be honest. Okay, so now that I know this, I'm going to go back home, get some cobblestone, just so I can build a little protection around that portal, and then we'll do a little exploring and see what we find. All right, I ventured in a little bit. I think the portal is just over here somewhere. So I've been venturing to see. This is going to be some good potential, I think, but we have hit kind of some wall of netherrack, and the hope is that there we go. See, hope is that we would get some quartz buried inside, and sure enough we have. So I'm just going to keep digging through here in the hopes that I don't fall to my death, but at the same time we find another pocket or two. Oh, no. All right, so there's our linking tool. And then that does open up everything else, so we actually want a storage controller. Oh, we need to do a redstone comparator, so we need some redstone. So here we go. Let's go over here. And we need to make a couple of redstone torches. We need a couple of those, if I'm not mistaken. And then there's our storage controller. And now, with our controller there, we can take the linking tool and we can tell the controller, these are all the drawers there. So those are all the drawers that you work with. All right, mystical agriculture is a lot of fun, and it's actually a major source of being able to create the resources that we need. And by doing that, you'll end up having to make seeds that actually can produce those. But in order to do that, you have to increase the capacity or increase the levels of the inferium. So if we take a look at here, inferium is the basic level, and then you can use inferium to create prudentium, use prudentium to create tertium, and tertium to create imperium, imperium to create supremium. And so different seeds that we make will require a certain level of this essence. And so, yeah, so it'll take, if I'm not mistaken, it takes 4 of these to make one of these, takes 4 of these to make one of these. So you have to make a lot of inferium to make prudentium. You need a lot of prudentium, and so it just compounds and compounds and compounds. And the reason you want to do that is because you can end up getting seeds like we can make iron seeds, and then if we plant iron seeds, that will then grow iron essence, and then with iron essence we can actually make iron. So you can do this for a lot of resources to be able to create the resource you need by growing the seeds. But the first level that you need to do is you need to make inferium seeds. Like so. And thank you. I thought I had some more. Thank you. We want a bunch of these. So there's the first level botany pot, which actually you can grow things in, but then you have to go out and take the stuff out. But if you go one more level and you put a hopper, you get a hopper botany pot. So whatever grows in this will then automatically go into a chest if you put a chest underneath it. And so that's what I eventually want to do. Well, let me just show you what I'm saying for the inferium. So we'll just pick a spot here. This may change. So we put some water in there and we do the usual. And we do the usual there. And so then if we plant there. And so as this grows, when it matures, we can collect and create inferium from it. And so that's how we'll build up our supply of inferium. Now this will, if we take a look at this too, so you can see that the inferium seeds, if they are on better soil, they will grow a lot faster. So if they're on farmland, that's going to grow 1.1 times. And here, insanium is 1.35, but then you can sit there kind of going, oh, 1.2, So how do you make the farmland? So inferium farmland. So we can do this to make farmland. And so then this is what you would end up putting in the botany pot so that it grows a little bit faster, making a little bit more inferium for you. And so that's probably what I'm going to end up doing is I want to make a bunch of hopper botany pots. So I need to make a bunch of hoppers. So I need a bunch of chests. All right. So we see that these things are taking their sweet time growing. So what we're going to do is we've got some flower pots that I used with the hopper and the terracotta, and we made 4 hopper botany pots. And then we took some soil, we took our hoe, and we took our inferium, and then we made some inferium farmland so that these things will grow a little bit better. And see, we eventually will be able to go and make some of the bitter stuff. We'll be able to make prudentium and all that. But as you can see, It takes 4 inferium to make a potentium. We still have to make this, not that crystal. Whoops, that's a higher level crystal. Oh, I keep clicking on the wrong crystal. There. So this, as you see, needs the prosperity shards, which we're going to need a lot of when we get into actually making seeds of different materials. And we're going to need a lot of those. But we need to make an inferium gemstone. How do we do that? Well, it's inferium and a prosperity gemstone. How do we make that? We got to use a diamond and prosperity shards. So it's going to add up quickly. So yeah, we're going to have to do a bunch of collecting for prosperity shards. See, and you're slowly getting there. Okay, so what we can end up doing is, if we put the hopper botany pots, since we only have 4 made, so we'll put 1 on there, and we'll put 2 on there. We put those in. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. We give them all some farmland. There we go. And then we just have to sacrifice those ones. And then we put some inferium seeds in. This will grow our inferium quicker than that will. We'll still do this. What we can... Sorry, I'm going all over the place. Yeah, so these will grow quicker, and they will just deposit the inferium right into the chests. So that's kind of handy, so I can just let those go. And as I get more and more, I'll probably just increase this production, because we do need lots of inferium, because as I said, we need 4 of those to make 1 of those, which means then we need 16 of those to make 4 of those, which only makes 1 of those, which means, and then so on, and it just keeps multiplying if we want to get up to these tiers of making better materials. Because as I said, with the seeds, we can make lots of stuff. Like eventually we can make diamond seeds, and then diamond seeds will make diamonds for us. But you see, we need that top level supremium to do it. And then prosperity seeds, again, we need prosperity shards. So it's going to be a challenge to get all that stuff. All right, so yeah, what I'm going to just do is I'm going to let this go. I'm actually probably going to expand this out a little bit as time goes on. Just as you can see, it's producing a lot faster. I may expand this field out too, but eventually we'll be using the hopper botanies to create resources and materials and all that kind of stuff. But as I said, I'm going to have to make the crystal, the infusion crystal, to be able to convert up the tiers in quality and complexity and stuff like that. So hey, we're just going to collect all our resources here. We're getting, oh, we got a gem. We can use that. That's great. So we're going to wrap up there, but once we come back, we will probably do a bit more there, and then yeah, we'll have to just see where the pack takes us. Anyway, thanks for hanging out. Appreciate that. I look forward to seeing everybody again next time when we continue with all the mods 8. Bye, everyone.